Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Harakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom. Shalom to all the hopeful elect and faithful brothers as doing the work of the Lord in sincerity and in truth. Our Lord will is going to be a quick and edifying lesson on multiplying and how in the kingdom the elect, under Yahushai, how we're gonna, multiply. We're gonna have a lot of children, and that's gonna come by dealing with multiple women, because there's nothing wrong with that. A man can have more than one wife, plus concubine, just like King David and King Solomon and the other kings had, and Gideon is a good example. He had a lot of children. Some he had by concubines. This is gonna happen in the kingdom, but let me go into it. It says, Telegram founder to leave nearly $14 billion fortune to 106 children. So it's one of the founders of Telegram, the WhatsApp alternative. Telegram, they say, is better because of the encryption. Basically, it's better privacy. And there was another one called Send something, like Send Note, I forgot, but it and Telegram came out around the same time. But the other one that I'm talking about, they mostly use that overseas, like not in the US. They use that like in Asia and stuff, Asia, South Asia. Because a lot of things that are popular here, they're not really popular on the other side of the world or in other countries, period. For example, you got the iPhone. Well, the iPhone isn't really that popular on the other side of the world, like Asia, Asia, Africa, Southeast Asia. Is not really popular over there. It's Android that's mostly popular. But yeah, it says Telegram founded to leave nearly $14 billion fortune to 106 children. Now, wait a minute. This says 14 billion, but this article says 17 billion. So it's either 14 or 17 or somewhere in the middle. Either way, the Lord set this, what appears to be a white man, what appears to be an Edomite, for faith's sake, he's an Edomite. Because he's a billionaire, But the Lord had him, found this this app, and now he's a billionaire, and he's about to leave his inheritance to 106 children. Only 6 of those children he had by actual relationships, by sleeping with women, and then 100 of them is by sperm donations through 100 through sperm donations to 12 countries. Now in the kingdom, we're gonna multiply. See, Isaiah, I already have it. This is Isaiah 60 and verse 21. Thy people also shall all be righteous. That means when the 2/3 are brought back in the kingdom through the elect. The elect are gonna have children, and those children are gonna be the 2/3 that was destroyed, on the other side of on this side, in the great destruction. The 2/3 that die on this side, they're gonna come back as children of the elect. And that's mercy from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So all of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all of us are going to be righteous eventually. Thy people also shall all be righteous, shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever. So the land that Amalek, the Ish people, small hats, they're trying to wipe out the Palestinians for that land, to expand that land, for the greater Israel project. They're trying to make their own border that the Lord, told Abraham that his descendants are going to inherit. Well, Esau, the Edomite, so-called white man, is a descendant from Abraham, but he's not of the chosen. The chosen line is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It was Jacob, through his 12 sons, had the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. So that land belongs to us. So we're going to get it when Yahweh Shai comes back. When he delivers the elect of Israel and then sets up his kingdom. That land is going to be ours. It's going to be destroyed by missiles, but then it's going to be built back up. And then we're going to inherit that land forever, for eternity. The branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. So the Lord is going to be glorified through him, raising us up from a low estate to God's. Because right now we're still in captivity, still have to pay taxes, still have to work, still have to go through child support, baby mama drama, health problems. Jake has diabetes and all type of different issues. Brothers are very sick. Brothers are going through hell. So we're going to go from nothing to something. In the kingdom, we're going to be gods on earth, lowercase g, with spiritual powers and perfect bodies, or we're never going to sin. The work of my hands, that I may be glorified. So by the Lord doing that through his son, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that's going to glorify him, because he's the one that's going to do it, not ourselves, because we can't save ourselves. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in this time. So one is going to become 1,000. So one brother is going to have 1,000 descendants, 1,000 children, and a small one a strong nation. So from one brother, he's going to have his own nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in his time. So let me get multiply definition and then multiply etymology. Multiply definition: obtained from a number, another that contains the first number, a specified number of times. It says increase or cause to increase greatly in number or quantity of an animal or other organism. Increase in number by reproducing. It says breed, reproduce. So one of the definition going into increasing by number by reproducing, which means a man and a woman getting together, and that man and a woman being pregnant by that man, and then that woman has children. That woman bears a man's seed, whether it's a boy or a girl or twins or triplets. That's reproducing, and that's what's gonna happen to us in the kingdom by deliverance of Yahweh Shai. The Lord having mercy on us. The Lord died for our sins, which is great mercy. And Yahweh Shai is coming again to deliver us. The sins of the elect are covered by the blood of Yahweh Shai through his sacrifice, because he represents a lamb. And then he's going to deliver us. That's his namesake, Yahweh Shai. Yah meaning he, and Yahweh Shai meaning deliver. That's in the ancient Hebrew. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in his time. So if this could happen on this side for this Edomite, even though technically he only made it with, it says, three relationships with 3 women, and then that's how he had 6 children. But those 100 children by sperm donation are still his children, because that's his sperm, that's his seed. Now, let me go to etymology. Multiply etymology. And I kind of love this word because the simple parts. I'm gonna go into it. To cause, to become many, to cause to increase in number or quantity. Quantity meaning amount. You know, like you have five sticks, or you have 5 pens. You know, compared to 2 pens. The 5 pens that you have is more in quantity than the 2 pens. From Old French multiplier, increase, get bigger, flourish, breed, extend, enrich. Multiplicare, to increase, from multiplex, having many folds. So multus, much or many, plus plex, fold. So multiply, when you break it down, it literally means many folds. For example, like you have a sheet of paper or a blanket or whatever, that's one, right? You fold it, now it's 2 parts. You fold it again, it becomes 4 parts. And you fold it again, it becomes 8 parts. Right? So many folds are much fold. You know, that's what it goes down to. Many folds are much folds. And then we're going to multiply in the kingdom, because it says a little one shall become 1,000 and a small one a strong nation. Let me go to Ezekiel 36. Ezekiel 36 and 10. Ezekiel 36 and 10 says, I will multiply men upon you, all the house of Israel. So that means northern kingdom and southern kingdom. Even all of it, and the cities shall be inhabited, and the waste cities shall be builded. So the waste cities that are going to be destroyed through WW3, through nuclear war, because 2 lands are going to be completely destroyed. Babylon the Great, which is America, or daughter of Babylon, and the land of Israel, right? But America is going to be left the desert as a remembrance of the judgment of a wicked kingdom. No one's going to live there. Is it going to be desert creatures, you know, like birds of prey and all that stuff that could survive that environment, and demons, you know, evil spirits. That's what's going to inhabit America when it's destroyed, you know, after the fire cools down, of course. And the waste city shall be builded. So the nations are going to build up back our land, starting with the kings of them. They're going to go from kings to slaves, starting with the elite Edomites, the banking families. And I will multiply upon you man and beast. So the Lord is going to multiply not just us by breeding, reproducing, or multiplying. He's going to multiply beasts as well, because you have cattle, you know, sheep, bulls, rams. Those are also riches. Land, cattle, gold and silver, precious stones. That's real wealth. You know, land resources, you know, animals. That's real wealth right there. And they shall increase and bring fruit. So they're going to increase, and then they're going to bring fruit. So that means our children are going to have children. And no Israelites are going to die in the kingdom. So it's just going to be always multiplying. And they shall increase and bring fruit. And I will settle you after your old estates before we went off as a people, and will do better unto you than at your beginnings, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So by the Lord raising us up and setting us up as the top nation on the earth, we're gonna have spiritual powers. We're gonna rule over these nations, starting with the Edomites, the so-called white man. That's how the Lord's gonna show that He is the Lord. He is Yahweh. He is the Most High. Through His Son, of course, Yahushai, Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. And so the Lord said He's going to do better unto us than at the beginning, because when we left out of the land of Egypt, the Lord, we had to wander through the wilderness for 40 years because Jacob was going off and being rebellious. They didn't appreciate the wonderful deliverance. So the Lord wiped out the majority. The Lord wiped out the majority of Jacob, right? And but the Lord already prepared the land of Israel for us, and we went in there. We had wars, with the Canaanites, and then we got their land, and the land was already prepared. And then the Lord divided the land into 12 for each of the 12 tribes, except for the tribe of Levi, because they're the priests. So, we were living good, but then Jake went off. Jake kept on going off. So the Lord is going to have us be better than how we were set up before. Because remember, we had judges and then we had kings. We were living good for a period of time. During the era of King David and King Solomon, especially King Solomon, we were doing good. But, we fell as a people. Oh yeah, King Solomon had 1,000 wives. 700. First Kings 11:3, and he had, this is King Solomon, which in the reincarnation is Yahushai, and he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. That means, the woman turned away King Solomon from fully worshiping the Most High, and King Solomon went off. But he had 1,000 women. Now, let me get back to this and finish it. Just to show something. Isaiah 60 and the last verse, Isaiah 60 and 22 says, let me go into the different translation, but this is the main one, NLT translation. The smallest family will become 1,000, and the tiniest group will become a mighty nation. At the right time, I, the Lord, will make it happen. So, NIV, the least of you will become 1,000, and the smallest a mighty nation. ESV, the least one shall become a clan, and a clan is like a clan is what make up a tribe, right? Like how you have the tribe of Judah. We have different clans of the tribe of Judah, right? A clan is like a sub-tribe. You have clans which make up a tribe, and the tribes make up a nation. The least one shall become a clan, and the smallest one a mighty nation. I am the Lord. In its time I will hasten it. So when the time comes, which is soon, because the prophecies are coming to pass, the MOTB is pretty much here. WW3 is brewing up, so that means, and also the elect are being sealed through the word, because the word is being preached basically in the whole world, because you have camps everywhere. Camps in Europe, camps South America, camps in the Caribbean, camps in Mexico, camps in Canada, camps in Australia. Our brother teaching in the Philippines. brothers teaching in, the continent of Africa. So the elect is being sealed. So all this is going to come soon. Brothers just have to endure into the end. That's the end of the lesson. Lord will is edifying. This is just interesting to me right here. So if this is happening on this side, imagine in the kingdom. And, we're all going to have our own wives. There's going to be no adultery, no cheating, what this world called cheating. We're going to have wives and concubines. And everything's going to be in order. Everybody's going to be covered up. No skin is going to be showing, in the kingdom. Unless it's in private, of course. That's the end of the lesson. Lord was edifying. All praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Harakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.